Paro anochi eshlach etchem ha'atiru ba'adi. Paro said, I will send you out. Pray for me. The Torah recounts in great detail how following the fourth plague, that of the wild beasts, Paro summoned Moshe and Aharon and gave his consent for Bnei Yisrael to leave Mitzrayim and serve their God in the desert. What is strange is that only after he gives his consent did Paro entreat Moshe ha'atiru ba'adi. Shouldn't he have insisted that Moshe pray to have the plague removed before allowing his slaves to leave? In terms of negotiating strategies, Paro had already conceded his position. Moshe didn't have to agree or disagree at this particular point. The Shem Mishmuel, Reb Shmuel Bornstein, explains that Paro presented his statement to Moshe and Aaron to give the impression that his regret was sincere, for he made his request only after agreeing to free Klal Yisrael. Moshe was aware and would only agree to pray for Paro if his teshuvah appeared to be sincere and unconditional, while Paro well understood the power of sincere tefillah. Please open your hearts and souls to this most miraculous story. Rav Karlenstein related this episode in Shul on Rosh Hashanah in Kiryat Herzog in Bnei Brak. The Zohar relates the following. One day, Rebbe Elazar, the son of Reb Shimon Bar Yochai, told his colleagues, Chevre Kadisha, come, let us perform chesed with the pomegranate that was filled. To whom did he refer? The Zohar answered that it was Reb Yossi of Piki'in who had passed away, and Reb Elazar was summoning his illustrious friends to come and perform the tahara and bury him. The holy Tanaim gathered in the home of Reb Yossi, where they met a little girl who refused to allow them entry into the home of the deceased. They heard a heartrending cry of a little boy emanating from inside. Little girl, please allow us to enter, they pressed. But my brother doesn't allow it, she replied. Appealing to the boy, the Tanaim cried urgently, please, let us enter, yet the boy himself refused. Peering inside, they saw the newly orphaned boy, his lips pressed against Rabbi Yossi's lips, crying in bitter anguish. From behind the door, they heard a shattered cry. Ribono shel olam, you wrote in your Torah, Shaleach tishalach et ha'em, ve'et habanim tikach lach. How did you take the father before the children, leaving my sister and I bereft in this world? The boy simply refused to leave his father, spilling copious tears. Said Reb Elazar to his holy colleagues, miracles and wonders shall transpire here. No forces can withstand tears like these. Shortly thereafter, a profoundly moving scene unfolded where they witnessed the Tana, recently declared lifeless, tenderly stroking his son's cheeks. Tears streamed down his face, creating a tableau of love and a connection that defied the boundaries of mortality. My friends, please listen to a remarkable twist of fate, he said. At that very moment, I found myself in the Bedin Shel Ma'ala, surrounded by 300 prepared chairs, ready to commence a celestial reckoning. Yet in a miraculous turn, my son's tears acted as an extraordinary force, and there was a gold explosion, and it swept away the celestial assembly, allowing my neshama to descend to Olam Hazeh. This remarkable episode underscores the incredible potency of genuine tefillah, a force so compelling that it can quite literally resurrect the dead. Following Arbit, a Hatzalah member approached Rabbi Karlenstein and said, you shared a story from 2,500 years ago. Here's one from last week. Hatzalah Dispatch put out a call for an overturned vehicle. I wasn't in the immediate vicinity, but my friend, traveling with his daughters not far from the accident, responded. And when he arrived on the scene, he found an upside-down vehicle with a woman's body, lo aleinu, completely crushed. Knowing there was no hope in attempting to save her, he began to extricate a little 10-year-old boy who was in shock, but miraculously unharmed. He gently carried the child back to his own car until the ambulance arrived. Laying him down in the back seat next to his daughter, he whispered, watch him and don't let him move from the car. It's only a matter of time for the mother. With her vitals as faint as they are, it's simply not possible to extricate her alive. My friend guessed that at most she had 10 minutes and didn't want the boy to witness her death. Despite, or perhaps because of shock, the boy, who happened not to be observant, seemed to grasp the significance of these few moments and asked if the girls had a kippah in the car. When they answered in the negative, he requested something to be tied to his head so he could pray. They found a cloth diaper and tied it bandana style to his head. Before they could react, he leapt from the car running towards his mother, whose body was shattered between the seat and the steering wheel. He burst into tears. "Mommy, Mommy," he cried, "don't go. I don't have a father, and I am your only child. Please stay. Don't leave me, Mommy. Please stay." In the meantime, the scene began swarming with Hatzalah members working in unison to save the unconscious mother, bleeding profusely. After 9 long minutes of the boys' hysterical screaming, "Mommy, show me you're alive. Please don't leave me," the unbelievable happened. Those who were not there to witness the gut-wrenching scene could scarcely comprehend the sheer magnitude of the miracle. As the mother's eyes slowly opened, they fixated on her son, fleeting for a moment before closing once again, a hauntingly dramatic moment of hope in the midst of despair. Despite the seemingly insurmountable challenge of saving her, Hatzalah persisted in their desperate efforts until the arrival of the bus, unwavering in their determination, with the little boy watching and sobbing inconsolably. The man later shared, "Earlier today I learned that this woman is still hospitalized in Be'er Sheva. However, miraculously, her injuries are not fatal or severe. She's classified in moderate condition and is expected to be discharged later in the week." Authentic tefillah exudes a miraculous potency that defies the constraints of the ordinary. It has the transformative ability to mold destinies, repair the seemingly irreparable, and unveil unforeseen miracles. A haunting question persists. Do we truly grasp the boundless power that resides in genuine tefillah? As we gaze upon our own reflections, do we mirror a robotic element, or rather an extraordinary force significantly more profound? That begs the question. Shabbat Shalom.